Good evening and welcome to this edition of the Northeast Diary. Here we bring you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Friends, the Olympic fever has gripped sports lovers. Today we will head over to Manipur to learn about the toast of the nation, Olympic silver medalist Mirabai Chanu. We will also talk about an afforestation project in Meghalaya. In our heritage section today, we have a report on the ancient art of pottery as practiced in Nagaland. The whole nation was elated when Indian weightlifter Saikom Mirabai Chanu clinched the silver medal in the 49-kilogram category in the ongoing Tokyo Olympic Games. Listeners, Mirabai Chanu is from Manipur, a small state in northeast India, which has sent 5 Tokyo Olympic participants who are representing India. The people of Manipur are still rejoicing the achievement of their daughter, who is the recipient of the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. For a ground report, let's go to our Imphal correspondent, JJ Thokchom.
Indian weightlifter Saikom Mirabai Chanu arrived in Imphal yesterday and the state government organized grand reception at City Convention in Imphal. People came out on the road to meet the sport person and shower flowers with slogan. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh handed over a cash reward of rupees 1 crore to Mirabai during the reception event. He also announced that the weightlifter has been appointed as additional SP of Manipur Police and she later visited her office room. While speaking to AIR News, the Tokyo Olympic silver medalist Mirabai Chanu said that
Tokyo Olympics. I'm very lucky that I was able to clinch silver medal in Tokyo Olympics. It is a pleasure for me that I opened medal account for India. I have been dreaming and working hard to get a medal in Olympic Games. Now I hope I achieved what I tried to achieve. I'm also grateful to the people of Manipur. They prayed for my success in the Games, and because of their blessings, I have been able to make India, Manipur, and citizens of the country proud. Their efforts have made me a successful sports person. I am very thankful to all Manipuri people.
Kumari Saikom Mirabai Chanu is from Nongpok Kapching, a village 30 kilometers far away from Imphal city. She won India's first medal in Tokyo Olympic, finishing second in the 49 kg women's weightlifting category. She managed to lift 87 kg in the snatch and 115 kg in the clean and jerk, making it a total of 202 kg. From the young age, Kumari Saikom Mirabai Chanu practiced weightlifting at Khuman Lampak Stadium in Imphal. Her mother, Saikom Ombi Tumbi Lema, always inspired Mirabai to participate in the Olympic and get medal for the country. Her mother said that
from past many years, I dreamt of her participating in the Olympics and getting medal in weightlifting. I advised her to work hard to get medal and practice hard for it. Mirabai also assured me that she will bring a medal. Now, she finally brought an Olympic medal for the country and Manipur, and I feel very happy.
Kumari Mirabai medal is also India's first ever silver medal in weightlifting and only the second Indian weightlifter after Karnam Maleshwari to win an Olympic medal. This is JJ Thoksom from Imphal, Northeast Diary.
Sikkim, the state known as the organic state in India, has been focusing on encouraging youth to take up farming. The state government has taken various initiatives to promote farming among youth, such as Krishi Melas across districts and observing Gwala Divas for dairy farmers. Driven by these efforts, dairy farming has come up as a prominent livelihood choice in rural areas and is also empowering people. Our correspondent has more details.
A resident of East Sikkim's Muluke, Meena Rai is known as the largest woman milk producer in Sikkim. Meena started her journey with 3 cows and a helper and started selling milk to the Sikkim Milk Union, which encouraged her to work harder. With the 3 cows, she produced 40 liters of milk a day, which has now grown to 200 liters a day with 19 cows. Meena sends around 200 liters of cow milk daily to Sikkim Milk Union for sale across the state. She is grateful to her husband for encouraging her to become a job provider. Meena shares her journey from being a housewife to becoming a rural employer.
मैंने एक आदमी रख के 3 गाय से स्टार्ट किया। सबसे मैंने वो डेयरी फार्म से मुझे पैसा मिला तो वहीं से मुझे इंकरेजमेंट हुआ, तो फिर मैंने गाय को एक्सपांड किया। उसके बाद धीरे धीरे करके मैंने 10 गाय पालने लगा। फिर उसके बाद फिर मुझे और प्रॉफिट हुआ, तो फिर मैंने एक बड़ा सा बिल्डिंग ही बना दिया था और मेरा फ्यूचर प्लान है कि मैं उसको 100 से ज्यादा करूँ गाय को, और पर डे में 1000 लीटर से ज्यादा दे सकूँ। हम डेयरी मिल्क में वो गवर्नमेंट इतना इंसेंटिव देता है, फिर अपना दूध एक्स्ट्रा उसका पैसा मिलता है। जितना गाय को खर्चा पानी का काट के हम महीने में 1 लाख से ऊपर ही सैलरी बैठा सकता है।
Meena plans to increase the number of cows in her cow shed to over 100 and diversify into piggery, goat and agriculture, all of which are incentivized by the state government. With Sakatsaka, this is Paija Sharma for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Sikkim.
The Tripura government has taken a slew of steps to improve the health infrastructure in order to put up an effective fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. A report from our Agartala correspondent, Reena.
The state government has left no stone unturned in the war against the deadly virus. The state has taken up series of steps to improve and upgrade in the healthcare sector. Officer on special duty COVID management, Dr. Bishal Kumar, speaking to AIR News on the healthcare infrastructure developments in the state, said that
the government of Tripura has taken many steps to ensure that the citizens of the state get all necessary support for COVID relief. The state government has got more than 1700 oxygen concentrator, which is 2.5 times the quantity available during COVID phase 1. The ventilator bed availability has also considerably improved from 35 to 105 in last 1 year. The oxygenated bed availability has improved from 191 in previous year to more than 1500 beds as of now, and the count is continuously increasing. The state has a capacity of 320 liter per minute capacity of oxygen PSA plant, which has been now raised to more than 200 LPM till 15th of July 2021. From PM CARES Fund, this capacity will increase to 8,000 liters per minute by 30th of August 2021. There is an ample availability of remdesivir, amphotericin B and other medicine in the state.
besides, Tripura is also among the highest vaccinated states in India.
The government of Tripura has also vaccinated more than 80% of your eligible population, and this count is continuously increasing. We are going to achieve the 100% vaccination in coming 1 month.
This is Reena Nongwaitem reporting for Northeast Diary from Agartala.
Forests occupy more than 70% of the total geographical area of Meghalaya. Over the past many years, the state has seen a rapid destruction of forest habitat owing to various developmental projects. Efforts have been made to maintain the ecological balance and ensure sustainable development by introducing a number of afforestation projects and programs across the state. Among these programs, the Sohra Afforestation Project is worth mentioning, as the Union Home Minister recently announced that over 1,000 acres of barren land will be turned into lush green forest. More from our Shillong correspondent.
The project, which aims to plant over 1 million trees, could change the topography of the region, and it will be completed within the next 3 years, and maintenance support would be provided up to 5 years. The oldest paramilitary force of the country, the Assam Rifles, has been tasked to adopt the entire Sohra area for the purpose of tree plantation. In this afforestation project, 80% of the total land will be planted with traditional and long lifespan trees, while the remaining 20% will be used for animal feed, ornamental plants and nursery, which will meet all the requirements and help reduce the felling of long lifespan trees. With this technique, multi-level farming can be done and the forest can grow 30 times faster, and after 3 years it would become free of maintenance.
मुझे आनंद है कि आज उसी कार्यक्रम की कड़ी में लगभग 100 हेक्टेयर बंजर भूमि की हमने यहाँ पहचान की है। 50 करोड़ की अनुमानित लागत से डोनर मंत्रालय और मेघालय सरकार दोनों इकट्ठा होकर ये 100 हेक्टेयर का एक नया यहाँ पर वन निर्मित हो, इस प्रकार का हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। अगले 3 वर्षों में यही क्षेत्र के अंदर लगभग 1000 हेक्टेयर में 1 मिलियन वृक्ष लगाने का हमारा कार्यक्रम, और मुझे भरोसा है कि इसको कंगमा जी के नेतृत्व में हम पूरा करेंगे। इससे मेघालय के टूरिज्म को भी बढ़ावा मिलेगा।
The Sora afforestation project can be termed as a blessing for all people as the region has seen the harsh realities of climate change. This is Rustam for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Shillong.
It is a season for admissions in universities for the current academic session. However, due to the harsh situation that emerged due to the COVID-19 pandemic, most universities are going on an online mode of tests for admission to their institutions. Mizoram University has also taken the initiative for online mode of entrance tests for the forthcoming admission to its undergraduate and postgraduate courses. The Vice-Chancellor is of the view that the admission tests through an online mode and the online teaching and learning will not affect the quality. Here is a report from our correspondent from Aizawl.
Mizoram University MZU has completed the admission process on online mode last week. Officials said MZU will start classes on digital mode from 10th August. They said the students will be selected on the basis of MCQ-based online tests using LML software, wherein 50% of UG marks and entrance test results will be added up. Asked about the ongoing process, the Vice-Chancellor of MZU, Professor KRS Sambasiva Rao said,
"We have invited more than 250 foreigners to our webinars, and these kind of people in normal courses it is not possible at all. And we invited people from Oxford, we invited people from Cambridge, we invited people from Stanford, we invited people from Imperial College of London and Nanyang Technical University Singapore and University of Singapore. Many faculty joined in webinars. They are giving modern knowledge to our students, and there will be only one particular deviation, and actually the students are not able to interact with the teachers, and the practical science and technology courses we are able to only demonstrate through virtual mode. They are not able to deal with the practicals, but during 2-3 months time, when we opened the classes physical mode, we have given opportunity for the students to come and train here, and we are doing our best, and the students after completing course, if they want to have practical training in laboratories, they can come anytime and they can learn the techniques. Quality is not been inferior. The students are getting more knowledge, but the only thing is they have no interaction in online. They have no practicals, on-hand practical training, and we are also trying to help them after the lockdown is removed. They can come anytime and get the practicals done.
For Northeast Diary, this is Irene from Aizawl.
Today, we have an interview with the Mission Director of Jal Jeevan Mission, Assam, and Commissioner Secretary of Public Health Engineering, Assam, Akash Deep. The interview is by our correspondent Manas Pratim Sarma.
Welcome, Mr. Akash Deep, to the Northeast Diary.
Thank you.
Let's discuss what is the present status of Jal Jeevan Mission in Assam.
Prime Minister announced on August 2019 that every rural household will get a household tap connection, and minimum quantity and quality of water will be supplied to each and every rural household by the end of 2024. So this mission is known as Jal Jeevan Mission. Under this mission, Assam now has picked up the momentum. However, at the launch of this mission, the baseline of Assam was very low, because while the other states in India and also in northeastern states, the coverage was around 20%, 25% or even 30% or more in some of the western states. Assam started at 1.7% of coverage. So that amounts to around 1.1 lakh household out of 63 lakh household in Assam. So we have started from there. So impediments were faced. However, we have now picked up the pace and we are constructing what is our target within this year, and I'm hopeful that we'll be achieving this target as per the timelines.
You have also worked in Meghalaya, our neighboring state, as well as in Uttar Pradesh. How you are utilizing your experiences being worked in Uttar Pradesh and Meghalaya in Assam here?
Even though I belong to Assam and Meghalaya cadre, and by God's grace I got opportunity to first work with Assam, then for 5-6 years in Meghalaya, and then 5 years in Uttar Pradesh. Meghalaya is a very small state. People are very open, very receptive, very egalitarian place. And if I speak from the point of view of Jal Jeevan Mission, water sources are very limited in hilly terrain in general. And to provide water each and every household, there is no better option than giving a pipeline for water supply. So there was already created awareness, pre-existing awareness was there in Meghalaya. I would say that is why they have started much ahead than what Assam is at the launch of the mission. I am happy to share with you that Uttar Pradesh was declared, whole state was declared ODF during my tenure. It was in 2019. So that was a personal satisfaction to me. The population is too big and issues are also so many, and but however, we tried our best and we succeeded in our mission while I was there.
If we talk about Assam, we have flood-prone areas, we have tea areas, we have riverine areas known here as SAR areas. So what are your priority sectors in implementing Jal Jeevan Mission here?
Assam, is also very diverse. The terrain, the topography is very diverse. Some areas are very plain, some areas are hilly, some are like riverine islands, forests. So many things are there. So having a uniform policy or uniform achievement rate in this program is not possible for all the places. However, the Government of India has prioritized certain sectors. Our Honorable Chief Minister, he has also insisted upon and asked us to our tea gardens in Assam on a fast track mode for supplying of water through these piped water schemes. Majority of the tea gardens never had any piped water schemes, and we are now providing through this mission. Our Chief Minister also assured that the maintenance of these schemes for 5 years will be fully funded from the state side, and this is a big announcement because there is huge cost also involved in maintaining and collection of usage charges. For example, electricity bill is there, the salary of the person who operates the pump is there, small maintenance, cost of chemicals required for treatment. So these are the costs involved which generally deter or which impacts adversely these schemes for the longer run. And since this is the assurance which Honorable Chief Minister has given us and to the tea gardens and to the state of Assam, I think this will be very beneficial for the tea gardens. Secondly, our aspirational districts, which are 7 here in Assam, which have got somewhat backward in certain indicators, have been selected, and they are also being prioritized and monitored and supervised on a priority basis. Also, JEE-AES affected districts are also in our list, which are 10 in Assam, and we have a special focus on such districts also.
Another issue is that having fluoride and arsenic. So, how you are looking after these two issues?
Okay, so one of the major component in Jal Jeevan Mission is not only that every household should get a minimum supply of water, that is 55 litre per capita per day. Also, there is a standard defined for the quality of water, and for that every scheme what we construct in JJM has got an inbuilt system of purifying the water. We call it filters, where we bring the water, we aerate, we do some sort of sedimentation, chemical treatment, and so that people get clean drinking water as per the safety standards. Some areas are there where the water is either contaminated by arsenic or by fluoride, even also by iron. So for these we have taken measures, there is a provision where we install suitable filters to remove such inorganic impurities which are very detrimental to health also, and also other biological contaminants also. We use filtration techniques as prescribed under the program so that water is pure and is available to everyone. We have mapped areas where arsenic is there, where we have also areas known where fluoride is there, and we have 33 water quality laboratories testing of these water samples, where these water samples are to be tested regularly, twice in fact in a year, to ascertain whether water which is being provided is of good quality or not. And wherever we find such impurities, for example, as you mentioned, arsenic or fluoride or iron or any other impurity, we do take the corrective measures if it is not already there, and we ensure that the people get good quality water, safe drinking water.
As you said, we have a target of 63 lakh families. How do you see fulfilling these targets within the stipulated time frame?
Well, we are very confident that we will achieve it within time. Well, I have, as I mentioned earlier, when I joined for Swachh Bharat mission in Uttar Pradesh, I had a very tight timeline to achieve it within 1.5 years. And UP was one of the lowest performing state under Swachh Bharat mission. But as I told, by our God's grace and with the support of the government, we could achieve that target there in Uttar Pradesh. I am very much sure that I will also achieve it with the help of my all colleagues in Jal Jeevan Mission, with the support of the public, and under our able guidance of our Honorable Chief Minister and our Honorable Minister for PHE, we'll be achieving this. This year's target is for around 22 lakhs. Now we have picked up pace, and today we have achieved for this, against this year's target, around 3 lakhs of households we have provided. So we still have to go over 19 lakhs, but now we are daily providing around 5,000 household tap connections, which amounts to 1,50,000 tap connections per month. So if we count for 9 months, if we go by this rate, we'll be adding somewhere around 13 to 14 lakhs more. But we are again ramping it up, and I'm sure we'll be touching somewhere around 7 to 8,000 of tap connections per day, which will be more than 2 lakhs, and we'll be nearing our target. And then subsequently we have to finish our target by 2024. So I think I'm pretty confident that we'll be achieving this target within our timeline.
You must have facing some challenges also.
Well, there are. When such a big program is being launched and such a big scheme is there for the public, obviously to implement it within a limited time also involves a lot of challenges. We also have challenges here. For example, when we go in a very, very fast-paced manner, there are certain things also required from the other departments. For example, if we construct it at a very fast pace, then we also need to give, once the scheme is ready, but it cannot be operational until unless the transformers are installed and they are charged. And because we need electricity to run these schemes, these machines, to lift water, to filter them, and to supply, to pump them, to store water in the elevated tank. So electricity charging there were some impediments, but now by the intervention of Honorable Chief Minister, that has been sorted out. We have sorted it out. Also, you see, these are the times of COVID. A lot of reservations and also safety factors and social distancing has also been mentioned. There is a restriction of movement of man and materials also. However, we have prioritized this scheme, drinking water scheme, and wherever we feel there is a difficulty, we talk to the district administration. We facilitate the movement of man and material wherever it is required. However, certain things, because we are making these schemes at such a fast pace, sometimes local resources and materials are insufficient. We also need to take them from outside. But the COVID situation and all, it generally takes, sometimes it takes little more time than what it usually should do. But we are with this, I am hopeful, in spite of all these challenges also, we will be achieving our targets.
Precisely, one success story you'd like to share with the listeners of All India Radio, how JJM is being implemented in Assam.
For any scheme to get successful, the involvement of our people, the stakeholders, those who will be receiving this benefit, is very, very important. To run such schemes, they involve a little cost also. So I would request for our individuals and households and the people who are there, who are listening to us, giving a nominal amount for running such schemes it's almost nothing. You can save it. For example, if you eat kwai or something like that, which costs around 1 rupee or 2 rupee per day per household. So if you can spare somewhere around 100 rupees a month, that is going to give you very clean and safe drinking water for you and family, which will prevent you from getting so many diseases. However, I'll say in one of the districts in subdivision Rangia, where we visited, there was one scheme where the villagers were very happy. They welcomed this scheme with their open arms. They took a lot of interest. One of the villagers himself donated land for the scheme, which is a big thing, free of cost, because they were very much aware of a clean and safe drinking water. And all of them, they pay the regular maintenance charges somewhere around 120 or 130 rupees. I am not able to recall the name of that village, and it is running very successfully, and I was very happy to see the involvement of the general public in that scheme. That is what which gives us a lot of confidence and boosts our faith. Yes, we are going in the right direction, and I am hopeful other places also will be doing the same in near.
Right. We also hope that within stipulated time you can fulfill the scheme in Assam as you have done in Uttar Pradesh earlier. Thank you, Akardeep ji, for giving us time.
Thank you, and my best wishes to all of my listeners, and let us pledge that we'll provide safe and clean drinking water to each and every household.
Thank you.
Since time immemorial, Naga ancestors passed down their rich traditions and customs through oral tradition or by practice. One such practice of the forefathers is the art of making pottery, which is made exclusively with the help of hands and which does not involve revolving the wheel. Pottery, known to the early Nagas, was mostly done by the women folk and was not practiced by men. Today, there are a few villages among the Naga community who are keeping this art alive. One such village is Mimi under Kipire, the aspirational district of the state. More from our correspondent from Kohima.
Mimi village, one of the oldest villages of Kipire aspirational district in Molomika range, is known for its art of pottery since centuries. This old-age tradition of making clay pottery, which is passed only to women, is slowly fading with the technological advance and higher labor cost. Lolo, a potter who is holding on to this art for the past 40 years, learned from her grandmother when she was as young as 3 years old. To keep the art alive in her village, she formed a self-help group where nearly 30 women potters are practicing this art form.
Our group is making the pottery in different shapes and sizes, such as cooking pots, kettle, filter, flower pots, and so on. There is a high demand for pots, but due to less availability of raw materials and also lesser potters, the demand is not met. It takes 1 day to make a small pot, while for bigger pots it takes around 2 days. To make these pots, we have to go to far areas or sometimes at our field to collect the raw materials, which include black and red soil and rocks. In a day, we can fetch 1 sack of raw materials, and these days we do not get much. After fetching the soil, we later pound the soil and dry it for days. These days, girl child are sent to schools, and there are only few people to learn this art, and we never know one day this art may see natural death.
These women use pinching, coiled and beaten method to make vessels of daily use. The vessels have distinctive purposes, shapes and names according to occasions. To make a pot, they beat the clay with bamboo logs on a wooden slab and add water to it. The pot are pinched into a basic shape and left to dry to leather hard. They are then beaten to a precise shape using tools made of bamboo, wood and clay. After this, they are fired in a pit with local wood. The final product is then used for household purpose and ready to be sold. Though it is rather sad to see the manual, authentic art and culture being taken over by machinery, technology and new industrial innovations, this dying art of Naga indigenous pottery making needs urgent attention to protect and preserve the cultural heritage. With Lipichin, this is Asanyo for Northeast Diary for AIR News, Kohima.
And now, let us endeavour to know more about the special places that are nestled in the cozy corners of India's northeast. Today, we will talk about Silchar city in Assam. It was founded by Captain Thomas Fisher in 1832 when he shifted the headquarters of Kachar to Janiganj in Silchar. More from our correspondent.
Silchar, a small but old city, is located by the left bank of the river Barak. It was established by the British East India Company after a few years of their occupying the Kachari or the Dimasa Kingdom in 1832. Kachar was under the British Bengal province till 1874 when it was separated from Bengal along with 2 other districts of Bengal, Sylhet and Gwalpara, and added to the newly reorganized province of Assam under the British rule. That is why these areas of Assam are historically residents of Bengali-speaking communities apart from Dimasa, Manipuri and some other tribes, including tribal people who were brought to establish the tea gardens by the British. In 1899, Silchar got connected by railroads. Even before that, it had a river port. All these factors quickly made it a center of trade and commerce as well as a well-known tea town. Narsingh Akhara was built in the mid-19th century. Silchar got one of the very few first polo grounds of northeast India and the first polo club. It is famous as the town of language martyrs. In 1961, Assamese language was imposed as the only official language of Assam. The people of Barak Valley protested, demanding Bengali to be recognized as the official language as well. Assam government thereafter recognized Bengali as the official language in the 3 districts of Barak Valley. It is also a major educational destination with Assam University, National Institute of Technology and a medical college and hospital near Silchar. It is connected by air through an airport located at Kumbhigam near Silchar. Khaspoor near Silchar bears the old heritage ruins of Dimasa Kingdom. Barak Valley was known as the island of peace even when other places of Assam and northeast had their turbulent days. At present, Silchar is the divisional headquarter of Barak Valley and district headquarter of Kachar. It is now also getting a mini secretariat of the state government. Being the gateway of two northeast states, Manipur and Mizoram, Silchar is a pleasant attraction for tourists visiting northeast India. With the report of Saswati Bhattacharjee and Pranab Kumar Nath, Suparna Saikya for Northeast Diary.
With that, we have come to the end of this edition of the Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Bye-bye.